at the half. But it's time for a little football. So we'll hand it over to our broadcast team, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Coach, the baseball regular season is wrapping up across the parking lot, but football season in full swing now at Arrowhead Stadium in Kansas City. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Denver Broncos and the Kansas City Chiefs. Hello again, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Godden. And, Charles, we look at this Chiefs ball club. They were winners last time out, so they'll be looking, Charles, to make it 2 in a row.
And what I enjoyed when I watched their game tape and their victory last week is they put it together in every phase. Good offense, good defense, and some key plays on special teams. Let's see if they can get that second win in a row.
Meanwhile, for the visiting Broncos, they come in 0-3 and in desperate need of a win.
And as a team, you're starting to feel a little bit snake bit. They need something good to happen right now so they know it's not just them. They think they have the makings of a good team.
Fall is in the air, and the NFL season is in full swing, and we're underway here in Week 4. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. So here are the Broncos now for their opening drive. As we get set to watch Josh Rosen command this offense, the number 10 pick in the 2018 draft.
And it's funny how we always talk about how analytics are starting to creep into the game. One analytic that's been there for a long time, teams that start 0-3, usually don't make the playoffs. So we know one quarterback today that's determined to end that slide right now. It's not impossible, but this is a must-win for him and his team.
Now a first carry for Melvin Gordon. And he'll get this from the 25 to the 30 for a pickup of 5. And let's look quickly here at the Denver offense.
And they come off a tough loss last week. And what's their reward? A second straight road game. Rarely are teams happy about scheduling. They're always calling the league office saying, how come we have this game and that game? But when you're coming off of a loss on the...
There goes Melvin Gordon. 30, 20, 10, and all the way home for a Broncos score. Melvin Gordon, his second touchdown on the season, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Well, if they didn't get the wake-up call before the game, they got it right now. 2 plays already in the end zone.
I think of it in boxing terms because whether it's a big shot with your first one or a probing one, a little bit of a jab, the second one was the payoff. That was the big one that landed. 1-2, end zone.
Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. This one taken just inside the 10. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30 to the 33-yard line. So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33.
Not today, you want. Not today.
They'll try the left side. Moss. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's second and 12. Play action. Now it's Mahomes. It's complete downfield out left to his running back. And he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. A great play there. His second touchdown on the season as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. Well, go ahead and strap in, partner. Less than 2 minutes in, had the score on the one side. A quick answer, though, to get the equalizer.
Sometimes you get that sense of urgency that ratchets up, right? When you give up an early touchdown like that, you just know you're like, okay, how do we go back and equalize things? Can we get it done fast? And they absolutely did. Essentially, we're back to even, aren't we?
So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Here's the Denver offense now as they get set to take over here. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Mike, number 53. Mike, 53. I got it.
They'll look to throw on first down with Josh Rosen. He's got his target. It's the tight end, Tyler Higbee. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. Give him 14 yards there and a Denver first down.
I like how they work the tight end on a nice little under route there. And if you're going to give him that much space, he's not even going to catch the football. He's going to run away from you a little bit, and that's exactly what he just did there, picking up extra yardage.
Now Gordon on first down. He'll get about 3 as he's brought down right around the 42. Time to check the defensive starters here for Kansas City. They were very strong last week in the win over Carolina.
One thing you always look for when you're evaluating a defense, how opportunistic are they? How many takeaways do they get? How about last week's game? The number was 6. Phenomenal performance.
On second down, they'll run with Gordon. And not much there at all. Maybe a yard up to the 43. They had 3 yards on first down, just 1 yard there.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Now Rosen. They got a man. It's Woods. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. And he'll be brought down with a first down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 43.
Nice catch right there. Brings to mind the sentence, when in doubt, find your veterans.
He used to laugh back in the day when they would call guys like him crafty veterans. You get up in your 30s, you're still playing receiver, but you're around that long at that position, you're doing something right.
Just remember this. When he was young, he thought the crafty veteran was simply a guy who couldn't run anymore. Now he understands a little bit better.
Just a yard on the catch there. It'll be 2nd and 9. They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes us 2nd and 9. Back to the ground now with Gordon. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. The line to gain is the 33 on 3rd down. Out of the gun, here's Josh Rosen. Oh, a ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. Picked off down at the 10. And he'll bring this one back to the 29. He had a little bit of the turnover bug last week. 3 interceptions. Not an absolute disaster, but another one here. Do you start to get a little worried?
You worry about your team as a whole because you have to find a way to make those interceptions, quote-unquote, go away. And that means your defense. They've got to go out there on sudden change and at least hold people to field goals. And if that keeps happening, they lose confidence in the quarterback, and then no one plays well.
Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. And the hole closes quickly there. He gets maybe a couple up to the 38.
That didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
On 3rd down, it's Moss. He's got a first down and then some at midfield. And finally taken down at the 44-yard line. Nice play for Kansas City, picking up the first 18 yards that time. So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory at the 44-yard line. Throwing now is Mahomes. He completes it to Henry. A gain of 6 there on first.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
The numbers for Hill a week ago. 4 catches, 99 yards, and a touchdown.
Better tighten up the coverage if you expect to slow this guy down, because if he gets going, he'll eat you up.
And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Mahomes. That is caught right at the 10-yard line. And he is out of bounds right around the 10-yard line.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
And a loose football. To throw on 2nd and 6, Mahomes, and he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown. Tyreek Hill, his 3rd touchdown now on the year, and the Chiefs have taken the lead. That's an old-fashioned death march there, partner. Took them a lot of plays, but hey, they did the job.
And the defense always preaches getting off the field, making a play and turning it back over to their own offense. Unable to do so. A long, sustained drive by the offense.
Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. The Chiefs defense making their way back onto the field. And a big reason they've got the lead here in the first half. Some of these hits we're going to see here. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. A tale of 2 extremes already in this game. A touchdown pass on their opening drive, followed by an interception last time out.
Now, it sounds like things balance out, right? What's that mythological thing that we do? If you have a candy bar, have a diet soda with it, it balances it out. And we know that's not really true, right? Because the interception, that sting lingers a little bit longer. Got to come out now and put together some nice plays.
On 2nd and 7, Rosen. It got his man complete. And all the way home for a Bronco score. A big play there. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Broncos have retaken the lead.
As a fan, is there anything prettier than a well-executed post route?
No, it's a thing of beauty, especially when it's done like that for a touchdown.
The throw, the catch, and how about the run after to get it to the end zone?
That drive started on their own 25. 2 plays, 75 yards later, into the end zone. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. This will be fielded at the 8. Bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. On 1st down, Mahomes. Open man is Hill. He's got it. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. 2nd quarter from Arrowhead. It's the Chiefs in possession as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Mahomes will bring him up 1st and 10. And he's completed all 7 of his passes thus far. Now a throw for the All-Pro Kelsey is complete. Nice play for Kansas City, picking up the first 18 yards that time.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
And an alley to run. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Chiefs 1st down.
Well, partner, for a few years there, we thought this read option play was going to take over the whole NFL. It seemed like everyone was using it, but it has been scaled back considerably in the last few seasons, mainly because people are worried about their quarterbacks getting hit. But when you call it at the right time and you use it properly, you see the type of gains you can get. A nice chunk of yardage there by the quarterback.
Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20. And just a small glimpse there as to why they like this rookie so much.
And that's why they lit up a little bit in our meetings with the coaching staff, didn't they?
When we talked about him, they did.
Yeah, you know, they like his work ethic. You know, this guy's running every route well in the route tree and getting better at it all the time, really honing his game. They expect a pretty good jump out of him as things continue to move on.
Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. Mahomes hit. He lost the football. It's picked up by the Broncos. And he returns it here to his own 18-yard line. Often on fumbles, you look at the guy who coughed it up and say, geez, what did he do? But, hey, let's tip the cap to the defense here.
Not a problem at all, my man. I'm not even going to tip it. I'm going to doff my cap to him. Congratulations. Big-time play. Knocking it free and creating something good for your team.
A nice-looking play to start the drive down the middle and complete. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. 25 yards that time.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on 1st down. On the delayed handoff, this is Gordon. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down. On 2nd down now, it's Gordon. The 2nd down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
Now a pass hauled in downfield, and he'll be brought down with a 1st down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 28.
You know I'm going to lean towards the defender, right? You know I'm going to do that.
I know.
That's a tough situation for him as I see it. But the truth of the matter is, that ball was not streaking towards him. That little arc on it, he's got to find a way to get his head around and make the play on the football.
Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. From the 25 on 2nd down, Rosen. That's into the hands of Reynolds. And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. Josh Reynolds, his first touchdown on the year. And the Broncos push further out in front. And there they got him the ball. Just get it to him, let him do the rest.
You know, he probably said that to his quarterback as he broke the huddle. I like the play call. Just get it to me. I'll take care of the rest of it.
Helping out his rack, right? R-A-C?
Run after catch, and he loves that, and he's going to carry that in at contract time.
Gano now, following the touchdown here to kick it away. This one fielded at the 5. And a nice job there as he gets this one up just shy of the 35-yard line at the 34. Tyreek Hill making his way back out towards the huddle. There's a lot of talk in training camp about him getting off to a hot start this year, saying that they needed that. Well, he's done it through the first month.
It kind of reminds me of one of those great musical groups where one person has their name out front, then they have the backups, right? He's the guy out front because the backups, they're doing what they're supposed to be doing, but we're going to the headliner each and every time. And that's not easily done because, you know, all the defenses are kicking towards him right now. That means he's fighting his way through traffic, finding ways to get open, even when he's not supposed to be.
Now, meanwhile, here's a second down throw that's knocked away and incomplete. They were trying to get it into Kelsey that time, but now it's third down. That right there, his first incompletion so far in this game, Charles. He was 9 of 9 before that.
Yeah, I think that qualifies as being locked in. And then you have to ask him the question, so what caused the incompletion? Come on, man, get back on your game. Let's go.
Now here's Mahomes. And it's complete to Kelsey. That goes for a Chiefs first down, 14 yards. Mahomes now, only one pass has hit the ground for him. 10 of 11 thus far. It's 1st and 10. From midfield, here's Mahomes. Complete, the tight end Kelsey. No gain there on the completion, 2nd and 10.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. On 2nd down, it's Moss. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. That one good for 12 yards into Kansas City first.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of their yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another first down with that run.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Shotgun snap to Mahomes. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Give the sack to Aaron Lynch, the former USF Bull. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang at Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. Mahomes firing complete. That will go as a pickup of 7 on the 7th play of the drive. And, boy, they had high praise for this rookie receiver when we asked the coaches about him, didn't they?
They certainly did, and obviously they liked his measurables, otherwise they wouldn't have brought him onto the team. Height, weight, speed, all of that. But how about what they really said? Competitiveness. That's what they really liked about him. The way he goes after the football, competes for it, and decides when it's in the air, it's his and only his.
He may try and run for this. And, boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. They'll pass up a field goal attempt. It would have been a 45-yarder. Now they'll go for it on 4th. They'll try and run for it. And he's able to pick up the first before he's taken down at the 27. They only needed a few inches, and they didn't get much more than that. But by about the width of a shoelace, they convert on 4th down. Mahomes going to throw. It's Kelsey on the ground. And he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. Travis Kelsey, his first touchdown on the year, as they have now chopped this lead down to 3.
I think everyone in the league talks about finishing, don't they? Doesn't matter whether it's a quarter, a half, a game, a series, whatever. But they're finishing the first half in fine style, putting that one in the end zone.
They did, and they didn't leave much time on the clock either. Well done. Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away. This one fielded at the 5. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. Josh Rosen and company getting set for their next possession. And he's looked pretty good. Does have the 1 interception, but 2 touchdown passes so far. Your analysis.
They'll take the offset. When you talk about throwing 2 touchdown passes, no one wants to see an interception thrown, but those things happen in the course of a ball game and over the course of a season. But throwing 2 touchdown passes, that's why the team has an advantage. That's what they're looking for more of.
He'll be hoping to make it a 3-to-1 ratio here in the second quarter. It's his running back, Melvin Gordon. And this will set them up nicely deep down in KC territory. A big play there just before halftime. 49 yards.
Well, you don't have to be a genius to watch this game and figure out they've had plenty of success moving the football here in the first half. We've seen exhibits A, B, C, and right on down the line, haven't we?
Yeah, we just saw exhibit Z right there. Now Rosen on first down. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. Second down. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down.
Hey, pick it up, defense. Let's go.
Play action here with Rosen. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Trying to get it to Woods, and it's 3rd down. So on 3rd down, the field goal unit will come out as they'll try to get 3 before half. And in his 15th season, he's able to get this one to go, and that will push the lead up to 5. So a capper there to a pretty good first half.
And I love the way that they put a chokehold on the clock and pretty much drained everything before they put the field goal on the board as they headed into the half.
So we come upon halftime with the visiting Broncos taking the lead. All right, folks, eager to get back to this Week 4 matchup. We won't put up a fight. It's been a shootout so far. We'll see which defense can make the adjustments as we get back underway in the second half. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll wind up getting an extra couple yards here for his trouble as he'll bring this one out to the 27. Here comes the Chiefs offensive unit as they'll have it to begin quarter number 3. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. Now a pass that's taken in by Hill. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. First down for the Chiefs. Solid chunk of yardage, 17 on the play. Okay, so now the question, how did he get that wide open?
Well, we both know that he shouldn't, because from the time they handed out scouting reports before this game, he was circled, starred, everything. Find him, cover him. But sometimes you can scheme a guy open. You put the receivers in a bunch. Maybe you move some motion. Maybe you put them on the backside of a formation, and all of a sudden you've got a better matchup. Every now and then, the offensive guys, they figure a way to get him open, even with everyone keeping eyes on him.
And that's certainly a guy they want to keep trying to scheme open. Throwing again on second down. Mahomes looking left side. He's got it. Complete. And this is going to be another first down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 33.
Some think that teams really won't throw a slant route unless you have a receiver that has a lot of stature to him. But sometimes the little guys, they get lost in there. People can't really locate them, and they run that quick cut on the slant, and oftentimes they can turn it into big plays.
They'll wind up losing 3 yards here, and that'll make this a 2nd and 13. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
Exit. Mike 51. I'm here all day. Go, Mike 51. Mike 51. Hey, let's calm down. Hey, let's go.
Now on 2nd and 13, Mahomes. This one complete to Mecole Hardman. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a 3rd down.
Slant route's effective no matter who's running the route and catching the ball. But when you have a receiver of that stature, you have to be a little bit more precise throwing it. You don't have the same catch radius with the bigger targets.
On 3rd down, Moss. And he'll have the first down, getting this one to the 14-yard line. That's good for 9 yards as they convert on the 3rd down play.
We don't talk about it very often, but sometimes there's a dip in intensity when you start the second half, which can manifest itself in some sloppy tackling. And how about right there? He ran right through that weak tackle attempt.
And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. The Chiefs have got the passing game rolling a bit. And another first down. They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And he is in. Touchdown, Kansas City. A great effort there. His second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Chiefs are once again going to retake the lead. Now Mahomes escaping the pressure right. And he is into the end zone to bump the lead up 2 more. So that effort gives him a 3-point cushion and guarantees that a field goal going forward won't beat them.
Yeah, that's really good strategy because that's all you care about. Not getting beat at this stage. At least give your team a fighting chance.
They'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
A little bit of space there for the first down run, as that's going to get them about 5 yards. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Now Rosen looking to throw. Oh, Rosen is stripped to the football, and it's picked up by the Chiefs. There he goes left side. And he has brought this one back. A fumble recovery for a Chiefs touchdown. This was a close game. They needed a little breathing room. Boy, they got it right there on that return for a touchdown. Yeah, we would say that this could be huge. Forget it. It was huge. Gave him a comfortable lead. Here's Hopkins now for the extra point. Now, these have been no picnic for him so far. He's missed 2, but this one is good. So not only the cough up, but then the pickup on the other side, the scoop, and the score the other way. The fumble return for a touchdown. This is taken at his 4. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. And Denver getting set to take the field. They'll run on first down. Carney, and he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags. So that flag will cost him 15. And it doesn't matter anymore how you get the face mask. Any part of it, that's going to be 15 yards. On first down, it's Rosen. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Broncos first down.
Here we go. Here we go. Shoot. Watch the shoot.
On first down, Gordon. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. That one going for a gain of 11 and a Bronco first down.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
That's very well timed there defensively because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right. And here's a throw right side taken in by his tight end. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's third down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. From the gun, it's Rosen. And able to find Higbee. It's complete. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. Move the chains. A gain of 7 on third down. Rosen now 12 of 16 thus far. It's 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, it's Lindsey. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Now that sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to 2nd down. They'll keep it on the ground. This time it's Gordon. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
Well, Brandon, he's had a great day, but sometimes the other guys make a play against you. What's that expression they like to use in the NFL? Those guys get paid too, you know.
Yeah, in college they say, hey, they're on scholarship too. In the NFL, they're getting paid too. With the day he's had, you can have one go in the wrong direction. Finding room to the 20. And he is out of bounds right around the 10-yard line. A good pickup there of 22.
But give the defensive guys a little bit of credit. They didn't let the deep ball beat them on that play, did they?
No, the drag, that guy can be your safety valve. We saw it right there.
Yeah, and they picked up a 1st down for him, too.
And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down. We're back now in KC. It's the Broncos trailing, but they do have possession of the football as we begin quarter number 4. On 2nd down now, it's Gordon. And he's going to work this one down to about the 5. And he's able to get more than half of what they needed. That brings up a 3rd and 5.
Well, sometimes I get caught in hyperbole, but I think they desperately need to punch this one in. They're running out of time.
Yeah, 2-score game, second half. You're down here. This is the time to put it in the end zone.
And not going to get much better than this for an opportunity.
Josh Reynolds, his first touchdown on the year, as they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game.
I know Paul Revere talked about by land or by sea, right? You know, 1 by land, 2 by sea. He didn't mention air because right now we're seeing a big-time performance, aren't we? That's 2 touchdowns so far in this game.
Where'd you pull that one from?
And, you know, every now and then I actually listened in history class.
And you're just a scholar all the way around. You're reading all the time. I like that you fit that into the broadcast.
You know, I just grab a nugget when I can.
And an alley to run. There he goes, right side. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. It's a kickoff return of 94 yards. Now the Chiefs are able to extend their lead. A big-time special teams play here in the 4th quarter to extend their lead.
And coaches preach it all the time. If you can score on special teams, your chances of winning the game really jump up in a big way. Now, I'll let our analytics friends quantify it and give us the exact numbers, but that's what coaches talk about all the time, that extra momentum, that extra bounce you get from a special team score.
I don't have any analytics friends. Those are your friends.
I'll claim them.
So let's try this again. After the kick return TD, here's yet another kickoff. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone.
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go.
Here's the Denver offense now as they get set to take over here. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed. What you were looking for is the defense get the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for a 3-and-out. So that didn't happen. You can't yell at your D for that. They've got to take care of their own business and reestablish themselves now that they're back on the field.
That's a good chunk of yardage. It's going to be canceled out.
And we always talk about hidden yardage in a game. That's going to count as that because now it doesn't go on the books, but now they have to make that up again, don't they?
So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. From the shotgun, it's Rosen. And Woods has it complete. That puts a good dent into their 1st down setback. It's a pickup of 16.
This possession means so much for them. They've got to focus on this drive and find a way to make this a one-possession game.
Yes.
Got to get a score.
Yeah, so good with a field goal. Don't necessarily need a touchdown. They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31.
I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you.
Now Rosen. This is the tight end fan. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down.
Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to. Pick up a first down.
Now a quick throw as that's complete on the hitch route. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. A gain of 6 there on first.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he get a good head of steam going.
Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen, where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield, a really nice pickup.
Rosen in the offense with a 1st and 10. And he's 4 for 4 now, throwing the ball to start the drive. Here's Rosen. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Darren Lee picks it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Partner, we always talk about possessions being at a premium in these games, and now in this situation, throwing an interception here when you have to claw your way back in, that one's going to hurt, and in a big way.
The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
On 2nd and 9, Mahomes. Oh, he's able to outmuscle him here as he pulls it in. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down.
When you have someone throwing it that well, that confidently, you don't have to call the game in fear at all, do you? You just go ahead and play.
Yep, confidence with a lead to throw it here in the 4th, and boom, he's on the money.
Yeah, you don't have to tuck your head in and go like turtle at this point. You can just go ahead and play.
They'll run on first down. It's Moss, and I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the 4th quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
On 2nd and 12, Mahomes. And this one's incomplete. He was looking for Tyreek Hill that time. And it's 3rd down. The Chiefs on 3rd down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd down and 12. It's a 7-yard run, but it does bring up 4th down. They won on 2 fronts there, so to speak, Charles. Not only they stop them short of the first, they get them out of bounds and stop the clock.
Yeah, they won. The offensive guys lost because they wanted to stay in bounds and have that clock run or force you to use timeouts. Instead, the defense won, as you mentioned, on both fronts.
Josh Rosen and company getting set for their next possession. With his guys trailing here in the 4th, he can ill afford a repeat of the interception that ended the last drive.
Yeah, you're 2 scores down. You take it upon yourself now to play perfect or near perfect football. If you want to...
Pressure comes and down goes Rosen.
So if we recount real quick, he had the touchdown earlier, and now he comes up with the sack here. No doubt about it, he's having himself a game.
Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. And now it's Rosen looking. Got Gordon open, completes it. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. It's a gain of 6 on the play. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long. The Broncos on 3rd down. They have been superb. 5 for 6 to this point. This will be 3rd and 15. And he'll find his target. Woods, it's complete. And he'll be stopped short of the first down as they rally to tackle him at about the 28. It's a pickup of 13, but they're still a bit short, and it'll be 4th down. And passing yardage-wise, now up over 350 in this game. Pretty nice performance.
Definitely that, which usually means you're putting a lot of pressure on guys trying to cover. If you're a defensive back and they put over 350 yards on you, you've had a long day. The key to everything, if you're doing it without throwing interceptions or turning the ball over.
Melvin Gordon unable to push his way forward. And the Chiefs will have the football back in excellent field position. Inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. That one good for 12 yards into Kansas City first.
And while we're seeing more and more of these plays come from the college game into the NFL, and that one, it was run with great success, how about the evolution of the offensive linemen? We're seeing less and less big guys who can't move, and more guys who are a lot more mobile and can get out in front of that type of a play.
So the Chiefs in possession of the ball as we welcome you back. And the scoreboard on their side, they're just looking to melt away these final couple of minutes and put this one in the left-hand column. So fresh out of the 2-minute warning, and here's another timeout taken with 1:55 remaining. An ideal down and distance to try to finish this thing off. 2nd and inches. Now a first carry for their fullback. And trying to push forward, but he is going to be stuffed up in the backfield.
51's the mic. 51's the mic. Man, that's trash. That's 15.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he won't have the touchdown, but he will have the first down as he's tackled at the 2.
Let's go.
They come out here in the eye.
15.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on 1st down.
This is where coaches have to have spent a lot of time going over situations with their players, because him getting tackled there is not the worst thing in the world. You're going to run more plays, right? Clock's going to go. But his thought process is getting into the end zone. It's counterintuitive for him.
And he's going to take it into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. A great play there. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Chiefs use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6.
Well, it'd be real easy to say that they are firmly in control right now, but I'm looking at your face and I'm thinking I've got to be careful with that.
Well, it's a two-score game. You're inside of 2 minutes. I think you can breathe relatively easily now.
Yeah, you can, but still, you got to stay vigilant. Can't give up anything cheap and easy. That could put you in some jeopardy.
This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. The Bronco offense now set to come back out onto the field. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time. But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. They go play action. It's Rosen. Throwing left side, it's complete. And he's got this almost to the 40 before going out. Give him 14 yards there and a Denver first down. Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Out of the gun, here's Josh Rosen. That's into the hands of Reynolds. And he'll be out of bounds up near the 45 at the 44. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
People worry about throwing the out route because often it can get jumped, and that can turn into either an incompletion or an interception. But not on that one. Everything came together, and he catches it and goes over the sideline.
2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on 1st down. To throw is Rosen. He's got his big tight end, Fant. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. And he'll be brought down with a 1st down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 45-yard line. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he was unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10.
Here we go.
Throwing again, it's Rosen. That's taken in, complete to Reynolds. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. That'll wind up a gain of 27 on the catch and run. Here's Rosen to throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.